When you purchase SynthEyes, you receive an email similar to this excerpt here. It tells you how to download it, install it, and register it. So we're going to run through the process here, and we're picking up right after SynthEyes has been installed, and we're going to go and set up the initial registration, send the registration data in, and then set up the temporary authorization that'll let you, get the shot done for your deadline tomorrow right away. So we're going to start up SynthEyes, and without any existing authorization data, you get a registration dialog like this. So the first thing you need to fill out is your serial number from the email there, and here I'm just going to use this special little dummy code for the moment. And now I just ask if you could please fill out your full information here, your name and address and so on. This information is separate than what comes from the actual purchase. It saves time that I don't have to go and hunt it down and figure it out at this point, because oftentimes the purchaser and the user are different parts of the company and so on. So if you just put in the information here, it makes it a lot easier. So we've filled out the form, and now we're going to hit OK. And kind of two things happen. First, you get this message from SynthEyes telling you what to do, but also you get a message or an email message that appears that is going to send the registration data in to generate the authorization. And if you don't get this mail message appearing automatically, if your system isn't configured right for that, just create a mail message manually. Register at suntech.com. And what you're going to do is click inside of this mail message here in the message area, and then just do an edit paste, which is a Control V or Command V. And it's going to put in some specially formatted data that looks like this. Okay, you can send that off. Now I'll just close this out here. Now, your next step is to go and set up the temporary authorization. So I'm going to go and copy this temporary authorization data from the email onto the clipboard. And you can see me copying it here. And the important thing to note, I'm definitely including the left angle bracket at the beginning, the right angle bracket at the end. Both of those should be included. If you have a webmail service, sometimes they can eat this initial left angle bracket. If that happens, then you just open up Notepad or TextEdit, paste the data into there, put on the angle bracket, and then copy the whole thing back onto the clipboard. So that would be a Control C or Control V. Now you're ready to start up SynthEyes again. You'll still get the same registration dialog, but instead you're going to hit this button, Use License on Clipboard. Okay, that enters the data in. Now you get a customer care dialog, and at this point you're not going to have this information yet. This information comes as part of the permanent authorization, and it's used by SynthEyes to be able to check for updates and messages and so on. So just for now, just cancel out of this. And you get prompted to restart SynthEyes, and now if you start SynthEyes again, you're up, you're ready to go. At the bottom of the splash screen, you'll see your temporary expiration date. Typically, the permanent data is going to come back, either the same day or maybe the next business day. And when you get that, just be sure to keep an eye out for it. Get it plugged in so that you don't run the risk of, not having the registration done when you actually need it. But that's all it takes, and you're ready to go. Final reminder, just to remember to send along that registration email that's used to generate and to trigger that permanent authorization data. So if you forget the registration, the permanent authorization isn't going to show up. One other thing, if you're sure that you've sent that registration, you haven't seen the permanent authorization, you might want to just double check and make sure that that permanent authorization data hasn't wound up in your spam folder. Thanks.